everybody to our Badger tailgate. My name's Scott Nelson, former safety for the Badgers back in the '94 Rose Bowl. It's my pleasure to be out here with all of you. I don't know about you, but 3 out of 4 years, Indianapolis is looking pretty good this time of year, don't you think? We've got a great show for you tonight. Bishops did a great job. They'll be back later, excuse me. We'll also have the UW Band Spirit Squad, Bucky Badger. And at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce another former Badger wide receiver on the Big Ten Network, a guy who knows a thing or two about some football. Please welcome Brandon Williams.
Hey, get the same shoes as you. Hey, we got the same shoes.
On Wisconsin. I know y'all fired up, right? Yeah. I've been seeing Buckeyes all day. I'm getting a little tired of it. We got to show up tonight. Y'all ready to get another Big Ten championship, baby? That's right.
I know football's got a little terminology, crack some heads. Let's go crack a few nuts today. What do you say, huh? Hey, so Brandon, I know through all the time that you get going with the Big Ten Network and what you're doing now, we got a great game here tonight. Let's talk a little bit about the Badgers and our quarterbacks, Joel Stave and Tanner McEvoy. What do you see out of those guys from your perspective?
Well, from my perspective, Joel and Tanner, they have gotten a lot better as the season has progressed. And I think we're starting to understand how to utilize a 2-quarterback system, which is not a lot of people that can do that, but I think we're starting to get a rhythm, and I think you're going to see the same thing tonight. I think you're going to see Joel Stave being efficient, how he's been starting to come on and get a lot better and look like the Joel Stave of old, like the Joel Stave of last year. And I still think that we need to mix Tanner in. Don't forget about Tanner. He has very good athletic ability, and if you can get the football in his hand, he can make a lot of plays. And I think you got to utilize him with Melvin Gordon. Get them going one way with Melvin, and then Tanner out the other side.
So what I hear you saying, we got 1A and 1B.
There you go.
O State's got third-string quarterback, Cardale Jones. Talk a little bit about him.
Well, you know what? To be honest with you, I don't care if they got I don't care if they got Braxton Miller. I don't care if they got J.T. Barrett. I don't care who they have at quarterback. We coming to take their head off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But just a little bit about Cardale. He's a big guy, everybody. He's 6'5", 250 pounds, okay? So he will try to run the football tonight. So it will take a gang of us to bring this big guy down. So I think we're going to have to hit him early, hit him in the middle, and hit him late. And just rattle him all game.
So for those of you who don't know, Brandon, pretty darn good kickoff and punt returner back in his day. Ohio State's got another guy, Jalin Marshall, that can be a threat. How do you think special teams are going to factor in the game today?
Well, when you look at both of these teams, they both are pretty average at special teams, to be honest with you. We struggle in some areas. Ohio State struggles in some areas as well. They have a pretty good punt returner, Jalin Marshall. We have a pretty good punt returner in Kenzel Doe as well. But the thing is, Jalin Marshall will get in the game and play a little quarterback too. He's a guy that's very tricky. If he gets the ball in his hands, he's very quick. He used to be a quarterback in high school. So running and throwing the ball is something that he excels at. But I'm not worried about special teams tonight. I think we'll play solid. I think we'll do a good job in the return game. And I think my man Rafael Gaglianone, see, y'all didn't think I could say that name. I think Rafael have at least 2 or 3 field goals tonight.
There's not many kickers that look like him. Or that little shake and bake. Yeah, a little shimmy, right? I'm not even going to try that.
That Latin flavor that he bringing to Madison.
Hey, okay, so we talk a little bit offense and look at some of their guys. Let's talk our Wisconsin defense. Still, to me, the strong threat of this team. Talk about what you see from those guys in the secondary, but our linebackers in Landish and Trotter, you throw Caputo in the mix as a strong safety. Yeah. Beagle, Schobert, they can bring it, can't they?
Yeah, I'm so proud of these guys, man, because nobody, not even me, I didn't know what we were going to look like when it came to the defensive side of football. We lost 7 guys. We lost arguably one of the best defensive players in Chris Borland last year. So that was a big question mark for us. What was this defense going to look like? And it turns out that they're the strongest part of this football team. They have been making plays all season.
Now you can make some noise. Come on. Come on. All right, so I got one last question for you. Ezekiel Elliott, not a bad running back in the Big Ten, right? 1,000-yard rusher. That's okay.
Melvin
Let's talk about Melvin Gordon. Huh? Rolls up all sorts of yardage. He's a guy that I would not want to meet at all at the second level. He's got massive thighs. He runs with purpose. 2,000 yards.
Yeah.
Going to be in the mix for that Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
Right?
Heisman.
And he's a guy that can make a difference tonight in this game.
He'll make a big difference. When I look at a guy like Ezekiel Elliott, you know, I'm from St. Louis. He's from St. Louis. So I've kind of been watching him ever since he was a youngster. I seen him in high school, seen him as he was getting ready to go to college. He's a solid running back. He's a good running back. He's going to get you some tough yards. He's fast. He's bigger than what you think he is. But there's really no comparison when you talk about running backs in the country. Not just the Big Ten, but in the country. Melvin Gordon is hands down the best. To me, Melvin Gordon will be the best Wisconsin running back to play in the pros. That's how good he is. That is how good he is.
Hey, so enjoy that tonight with him. We got a bunch of road graders up front blocking for that big fella in the back end there. Enjoy tonight. It's our privilege now to introduce the best band in the United States, along with Bucky Badger and our UW Spirit Squad.